Good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the podcast, The Endurance of Labor Laws. I am your lovely host, Lesley Sullivan, and today is episode 63, and it's going to be a slightly short podcast. Hopefully it won't go too long. Hopefully it won't go past 20 or 30 minutes, so I hope it's not a big old list, because I don't think it is. But today we're going to be going over the different Superfund sites in Rhode Island. And I believe Rhode Island only has like 12 or 13 Superfund sites, so that's awesome. Congratulations, Rhode Island. Your number is awesome. I love that. Plus, Rhode Island is an absolutely beautiful state. It's one of the greenest states I have ever visited, so God bless you guys. You're awesome. But first of all, I want to give a big shout out to my listeners, so let me go to my list. So a big shout out to Pennsylvania, California. Hey, California, how you doing? Oregon, New York, Oklahoma, Virginia, and our lovely neighbor, Texas. Awesome. You guys are awesome there as well. So let me go ahead and go to the Superfund sites that are listed in Rhode Island. Again, there's not that many, so this shouldn't be too long of a podcast. The first one in Rhode Island is Pisillo Farm, and that one is located in Kent County, Rhode Island. It was added to the National Priorities List September 8th, 1983. Kent County has, as of 2020 census, 170,363 residents living there in Kent County. So just FYI, if you live in Kent County, do be aware that you have a Superfund site that is not completely cleaned up just yet. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Newport Naval Education Training Center. And this one is a Navy station. And all it tells me is that it is a naval station in Newport. And let's see here, it says it's also in the town of Middleton. So I don't know why this is listed on the Superfund site, because I would think it would be closed off, but it doesn't look like it is closed off, so I don't really know what's going on with that. And it doesn't tell me exactly what happened in terms of Superfund sites, like if there's chemical contamination, whatever the case may be. It just doesn't tell me, it's not listed. And they are located in the county of Newport, and they were put on the list, that would be November 21st, 1989. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Central Landfill. This one is located in the county of Providence. It was added to the list June 10th, 1986. And with Central Landfill, it gives me a little bit of information. It says the Central Landfill is a 154-acre waste disposal site in Johnston, Rhode Island. It is the state's only landfill and receives more than 90% of the state's solid waste. That's a little concerning with that. And in regards to Providence County, its population as of the 2020 census is 660,741 people. So if you live in that area, just FYI, you do have a Superfund site in your county. Just be aware of that. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Centradale Manor Restoration Project. That one is also located in Providence. It was added to the list February 4th, 2000. So in terms of Superfund sites that we've looked at these past few episodes, that's actually a fairly recent Superfund site, because almost all the others are from the 80s. So the next Superfund site in, Rhode Island is going to be the Davis Liquid Waste. I think it says right there, just from the title, of what the problem is going to be. This one again is located in Providence County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list September 8th, 1983. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Landfill and Resource Recovery, Inc., also known as L&RR. It is located in Providence County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list September 8th, 1983. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Peterson Puritan, Inc. This one is located in Providence County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list September 8th, 1983. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Stamina Mills, Inc. This one is located in Providence County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list September 8th, 1983. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Western Sand and Gravel. That one is located in Providence County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list September 8th, 1983. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Davisville Naval Construction Battalion Center. This one is located in Washington County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list November 21st, 1989, and that one obviously has to deal with the Navy. It says here, the Davisville Naval Construction Battalion Center was a United States Navy CB base located in Davisville, Rhode Island. It operated from 1942 until 1994, when after it was recommended for closure during the 1991 Base Realignment and Closure Commission. So it doesn't really tell me what is going on at that site, but it obviously still is a problem because it's not cleaned up just yet. The next Rhode Island Superfund site is Rose Hill Regional Landfill. This one is located in Washington County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list. That's going to be October 4th, 1989. And FYI, Washington County, as of 2020 census, has 129,839 residents. So if you do live in Washington County, please be aware that you have at least 3 Superfund sites. And I say at least 3 because these are just listed from the national priorities list. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you don't have others, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because remember, outside, or including this list, I should say, there are 40,000 Superfund sites. So the ones I'm listing off are just the ones that get priority because there's something really wrong at their site that's going on, whether it's toxic, lethal, hazardous, whatever the case may be. The last and final Superfund site in Rhode Island, at least on the national priorities list, is the West Kingston Town Dump URI disposal area. This one again is located in Washington County, Rhode Island. It was added to the list October 14th, 1992. So a short and sweet list, that's awesome. But these are still active. They are active and open. I don't mean they're operating in any way, shape, or form. I don't mean that. I just mean that they have not been completely cleaned up. So the soil is probably still contaminated. There could be surface water contamination as well as contaminating the water table. There could be groundwater contamination, and there also could be pollution in the air. Like whenever it talks about gas and fumes, that means those things are airborne. So again, these things are serious. We don't need to freak out, but they are on the list. And if anything, we can definitely get these puppies cleaned up. Repair the earth. I'm not an environmentalist per se, but I do believe in being a good steward of our planet because we need to be careful and very loving in terms of what God gives us, because I do believe that God gave us this planet and we should take care of it. And, I'm a Republican capitalist saying this. You'd be surprised how many Republicans care about the environment. There's always those that don't, but that can be in any party, any group, whatever the case may be. But I do think it's important to repair our land as we go and not just let these sites just sit there for years and decades, whatever the case may be. There was one site in California, I can't think of the name, but it said that it would take almost 500 years for it to go back to what it was before it was contaminated. I think we need to do a better job of inventing things to get things back to what they were pre-contamination. That's my personal opinion, and I do think we can do it because the United States is a beautiful, wonderful country. We have many talented people in this country. I mean, millions of people technically, but we have so much potential here to do the right thing. I think it's absolutely wonderful to do so. But the next podcast, I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and start with some of these other states. So the next podcast will be on Alabama's Superfund sites. So that should be fun and interesting as well. So this is short and sweet. So this is a good one to do. But anyway, until next time, I pray that you're happy, healthy, and whole, that you have a wonderful week and a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.